Hello, Magical Forge people. It has been a while since I've done a video, but I wanted to take the time to explain the top 5 spell cards of set 1, Rising Forge. I've asked players about this, and I just wanted to share their responses, maybe give you some ideas for a spell deck you're trying to build. So the top card that people use is this one right here. It comes in the water deck, and it says this card activates when another spell on your field is put into play. Destroy one creature in play. All cards attached return to the owner's hand. This is really great if you are attacking and you put this spell card into play, and then you attack with another creature and put another spell card into play, triggering this, and you get to destroy one of their creatures. It's also a great defense if you block a attack and then block another attack, triggering this, and then they get a creature wiped off their field and can no longer attack with that creature. The next spell card is this one here. It also comes in the water deck. This card activates when a magic type card is put into play. Destroy one magic type card in play. And the reason that this is so good is because it says discard one magic type card in play. And for that reason, you can choose a spell card, a forge card, or a creature card. And if it destroys a creature, it also destroys all cards attached to the creature. You do not have to destroy the card that triggers the spell. It can be any magic type card in play. So you kind of get a free negate for an effect, or possibly a creature removal if you choose to use it that way. The next spell card we have comes in the fire deck, and it says this card activates when it is put into play. Discard one spell attached to any creature in play. So for obvious reasons, this is a good card. You can target and destroy any spell on any creature in play. So if you are attacking and you don't want your opponent to block with a certain spell, target it and destroy it. If you're defending and you want to block, but you don't want them to put a certain spell into play, target it and destroy it. If you want to destroy a one spell creature, target that and destroy it. It has so many applications. It's just a generally all around good card. Not quite as powerful as these two, which is why it's third, but it is more applicable to different scenarios because it activates when it's put into play. The next card we have also comes in both decks. It says if this card activates when it's put into play, you draw one spell card and one card from your deck. Your opponent draws one card from his or her deck. So you get a card and a spell card, and your opponent also gets a card, but it is worth it because you can activate it at any point since it activates when it's put into play, and you're getting a card from both decks automatically. It will get better as the game progresses. In the next set, there are some cards planned where you want your opponent to draw from their deck. But even right now, I run this in every spell deck, mostly every spell deck I use, just because it's just has so many applications, can be used in so many different ways. It's just a generally good card, but not as powerful as these three, which is why it's number 4. And finally, the last card I will mention comes in the fire deck, and it says this card activates when another spell card is put into play. Put one spell card on any creature into play. So if you want to target one of your own cards, maybe you have this on the field and this activates, you can put it into play. You can target the spell destruction card, put it into play, automatically get a spell destroyed. Or you can target one of your opponent's spells, helping you to weaken their creatures. And possibly, maybe they have this on their field and you want a card from your deck, target that, put it into play, you weaken a creature, and you get a card from your deck. It's a bit more combo based though, because it activates when another spell is put into play. Even so, I think it deserves this 5th spot. Now, those are the top 5 spell cards. I wanted to get into some honorable mentions. The first honorable mention, many people may question why this is not in the top 5. It says this card activates after you attack on your next turn. Destroy one creature in play and all cards attached to it. So it's pretty good. You get to destroy a creature and all cards attached to it. However, you have to attack on your next turn. So if you put this into play on your turn, you have to wait 2 turns and attack before you get the effect. If you don't if you don't attack, then it just goes to the spell discard pile without any effect. So you have to attack, and you have to wait up to 2 turns in order for it to resolve. But it is a good card. Next honorable mention. This card activates when it is put into play. Pay 1 spell, destroy 1 spell card in play. So you get a negate. It's pretty good. It's a good combo card. It's better if you block with it on. If your attack is blocked and you put this into play, you can destroy your opponent's spell card. But it can also pay with itself, so you don't have to destroy something, and you can destroy a spell in play. Meaning that you get a negate for your opponent. And then that can combo well with the next honorable mention, which is this card activates when it is chosen by another effect. Each of your common creatures in play gain a spell. So you can actually have this. This is sitting on the field, block with this, pay a spell, target that. Each of your common creatures gain a spell, and then either destroy a spell or it can destroy itself. So this is a pretty good combo card with this here, and you can run that in a Auraris deck for an extremely effective spell game. All right, so once again, we have our top 5 spell cards. For set 1, this card activates when another spell on your field is put into play. Destroy 1 creature in play, all cards attached return to the owner's hand. This card activates when a magic type card is put into play. Discard 1 magic type card in play. This card activates when it's put into play. Discard 1 spell attached to any creature in play. This card activates when it is put into play. You draw 1 spell card and 1 card from your deck. Your opponent draws 1 card from their deck. And finally, this card activates when another spell card is put into play. Put 1 spell card on any creature into play. Thank you for watching.